Now to more security stories. Harrowing new details are emerging about the final moments of the late Major General Rabi Abubakar, as sources who spoke to his wife, Hajia Amina, while she was receiving treatment at the Federal Medical Center in Katsina, have revealed a devastating account of what the couple endured in captivity. The sources say Hajia Amina told them her husband died in her arms in the forest, and that contrary to the Katsina state government's account, he had no history of diabetes or hypertension, but died from a snake bite. Shortly after the general's death, the bandits became extremely agitated, mounted her on a motorcycle and fled before shooting her in the leg and abandoning her. She was later discovered by a good Samaritan before troops arrived and found her lying in a pool of blood.
So it was not that they rescued her.
No, they found these are the conversations. You know, I mean, people will speak. There is eyewitness account, and there are people that have been, involved in this, heinous crimes. They will speak. So, I mean, at this moment, I do believe that we have to call the Katsina state government to question why. Why did they release that statement saying that, the man died of diabetes and hypertension?
Now, talking about Katsina state government, from the very beginning, I recall that when Hajia Abubakar was released, we said that she has a lot to say, because if there's anyone who can give a true account of what actually happened, this is the woman. And I'm glad that she's now finally speaking up. We keep saying about trust deficit and trust the government, so people are saying against. How would they trust you if people cannot trust what you're saying? Why was the Katsina state government in a hurry to release a statement? I understand, okay, trying to manage the situation, it's very sensitive because of the caliber of person involved, but we also owe either not say anything or owe the truth to the people or not say anything at all, because it further erodes the trust of the people with the government agencies and people who are speaking up. What we're now calling for is that these criminals to be fished out, and these criminals to face the full wrath of the law, and that Hajia and her children should please receive psychosocial support. Please. They need to receive some kind of support that's funded by government because of this sad loss. We commiserate with them, we commiserate with the army, members of the armed forces who have lost one of their own as well. But the biggest way we can demonstrate commiseration and seriousness is to ensure that we fish out these killers and that they actually face the full wrath of the law.
Now, let's think and think again. With all our activism on the social media, the very dark man noise, the obedient noise, the chivalrous noise, do you think that there is hope for this country? With the radicality we see in Senate, with the radicality we are seeing in Asarok, everybody is saying that P2B is a problem. Wala Denoga, Bayononoga, Matu Aganoga, all of them blaming P2B. Igboho give order to kidnappers. We heard that the kidnappers have released the captives they are holding. Police came and counter it that nobody was released. The question is, where is this country driving to? Of late, I heard that the government has told content creators and television people to start directing narratives out of security or insecurity cases so that they can be able to win the next election on the seat. Which way, Nigeria? Look at the general that served the country with all his best, as far as I can tell, being killed not with bullet, but snake bite. Not because he voluntarily entered the boat, but because they took him to the boat. Now, they could not contain the death of General. They put the wife on the bike, perhaps for her to drive out, and shot her in the same process and ran away. You now, you are in Asorok looking safe. You now, you are in your house looking safe. You now, you are a governor looking safe, thinking that you are safe. Do you know that you're likely going to finish leadership one day? Do you know that politics is not a permanent position? What is wrong with your head? Fix the country before the country will face you. Now, the general, perhaps while he was in power, he looked at the ADCs and the individuals that have been assigned to him. Even as a retired general, he's still entitled to about 5 soldiers protecting him. These 5 soldiers couldn't protect him when these criminals came to take him. You're a politician. Nobody lives here forever. This world is just a place where we just participate in one or two, but try to use it to do good, not about yourself. The wicked today, you are in power, you are making noise. While Amechu was once there, we had his noise. Atiku refused to bow down, we also know. But the truth is, who is to be trusted? Can P2B do better? Can Dixon allow P2B to be the president that everybody wants? All of them want to be relevant. All of them want to be involved in the politics of the country because of us. And none of them is thinking about how to make us to feel safe and feel better. Well, Nigeria is sitting on the keg of gunpowder. I've been hearing that since 1994. And the keg of gunpowder has not busted up. Because we are the kind of people that lives a deceptive life. We are not sincere to ourselves. From the politics to politics. And even the society itself is suffering from what they call manopic, malamvenekik, rakoshwa. I'm telling you the truth. Until we individuals in this country begin to change towards the right direction, this country is slipping down to a country called Cuba. We're slipping down to a country called Venezuela. We are going down because it is only integrity that will raise a nation. The athletes that are supposed to be galvanizing together are divided among themselves. Very dark man, Sowore, and Obedience. Obedience were so eager and so focused to get P2B to power. They just don't want the old system to continue. But within the Obedience, Sowore divided the move. Very dark man can't touch Sowore. Today, Nigerian youths are divided. Until they unite, and to unite, take out Very dark man, take out Sowore, and let's see what happens, because there's no actual leader of obedience. Everybody who claims to be obedient leader is a joke. Within Sowore and within Very dark man, there's always an obedience. And it was Very dark man that divided obedient movement to distract the movement that ought to have brought revolution in this country. Sowore was just a political greedy fellow who doesn't know when to say enough is enough. Let me step down from this activism. At your age, you are still doing activism. Activism should stop at age of 35. Let others take over. Hand over and go and rest. You want to be president, you want to still antagonize the government that is in power. What is wrong with you, Sowore? This country.